What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we are talking about post-cycle therapy. But just hold on 1 second. So is it just me, or are you guys missing the gym too? This channel would not be the same without the gym. So let's take ourselves back to a simpler time. My meet got canceled 2 weeks ago. The current US Open has been postponed until November. So you're like, what does that mean for you, Mark? Thank you for being so concerning. That means I came off everything 2 weeks ago, and I've never felt better. Okay, that's a lie. I actually have felt better, but I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what I'm doing for my PCT, what I've done in the past, what has worked for me, what has not worked for me, and kind of just the importance of PCT, because I feel there's not a ton of good information out there, and if there is information out there, it's like so biased towards like certain people or like their opinion that it's impossible just to like use it for yourself. So I'm just gonna talk from personal experience, and if you can get anything out of it, just thumbs up the video or something. Or don't even thumbs up, just like use it, and I'm happy that you used it. So, this time was the first time ever that I completely came off everything cold turkey, point blank. Normally, guys, I'm just gonna be very honest, I've never ran more than 500 milligrams of test. Exactly, I'm not like smiling or putting a meme, because this is the truth. It's really not that hard. You can get so much out of so little that I don't understand the point of running like a gram of test or a gram and a half of test when you're at 22 years old. I mean, you need to really get the most out of the least, and who knows when I'm 40 if I'm even alive by then.
Whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
Who knows what I'll be doing? But for now, this is what we're doing. And on 500 milligrams of test, I would normally taper off that because I'm so scared of the influx of hormones. So if I was on 500 test and 500 EQ, which I've done before, when I came off everything, I would do 2 or 3 weeks at like 350, I would do 2 weeks at 250, I would do 2 weeks at 150 in hopes, even if it wasn't necessarily scientifically correct,
function of quantum chromodynamics, the sign's been changed.
Mentally, my hormones are going like this versus like that. And just, it helped me a lot mentally. And a lot of PCT is mental. I don't care what anybody says. You need to have a positive mindset going into a PCT, or you're gonna think that you're gonna lose everything that you just worked for. You're constantly sore, you're constantly tired, you're depressed, you wanna kill yourself. First tip is just stay positive, because it's really not as bad as you think. Your mind will always play tricks on you. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go into what I'm doing for this PCT. My gyno is almost 100% gone. And it's only been 2 weeks. Now, I was taking Enthate, and I think a lot of the first bases of PCT is learning about what you're taking and how long it stays in your system, because that will completely depend on when you start your PCT. Everybody knows, or I hope so, Enthate stays in your system for about 7 to 10 days. I would rather start too soon, so I started at the 7-day mark exactly. And I'm taking a high quality pharmaceutical grade HCG. I have 3 bottles of it, of 15,000 IUs total. With that said, guys, why am I taking HCG? So when you take testosterone, your body stops producing it. And you may say, why on earth would it do that? So let's put this into perspective. You work a job at Foot Locker. You're making $2,000 a month. I come in and I say, I'm gonna give you $10,000 a month.
And I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about this.
For no reason. 99.9% of you will quit your job at Foot Locker and just take the $10,000 a month and it's good to go. But when I stop giving you that $10,000, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go back and look for another job so you continue to make the $2,000. Exact same thing happens in your body. You are gonna take 10 times, 4 times, whatever, the amount of natural testosterone. So your body's like, I don't need to produce testosterone, I'm getting so much of it. So it stops. But eventually, you can't stay on steroids forever, as much as your gym bros want to tell you.
I love protein.
I know you love protein. I love protein too.
You have to come off. You have to take your health first. So when you come off, you have to reteach your body to produce that testosterone again. HCG is what helps you produce the testosterone. With that also said, if you're a 19-year-old kid and you've only done 1 cycle, there's a good chance that you could not take a PCT and your body would still just produce testosterone again on its own. It might take a little bit longer than if you did take HCG, but just because you've only done 1 cycle, maybe of 500 test, 500 EQ, your body will still produce testosterone. So this comes into play with so many different things, and this is why I said you can't break this down to a science, because we all have different genetics and we all run different compounds for different lengths, for different times. And unless you were to get blood work done like every 2 to 3 weeks, and I don't know about you, but I live in Canada and that's next to impossible to get done, you're just gonna have to go off a feel, guys, and you just gotta feel good.
Watch your step, 'cause I'm feeling myself. Throw a flag.
So, yeah. So, this last cycle was probably one of my more aggressive cycles. So, I am doing a full 15,000 IUs, which is 3 bottles of HCG. And I think no matter what, you should be doing anywhere from 10,000 IUs to 15,000. I think that's just a good ballpark range. Again, now is not the time to stiff out on money for your PCT, and if you just have too much, you have too much. I would rather have too much than not enough. So always think more is better in the terms of your PCT for HCG. That rhymed. Yeah. For dosaging for HCG, I've been coached by 3 different IFBB pros. I've done Toronto Pro Show, CBBF Nationals, Kearns, and after every single one of them with each different coach, the HCG protocol was completely different. Every single one of them was still in a 2-week span getting 10,000 IUs of HCG, but every single one of them had different dosaging. One was take 1,000 IUs every single day in the morning, fasted. The fasted thing does stay pretty common, so if you're gonna take HCG post-cycle, which I do suggest you do it fasted, and then try not to eat for 30 minutes. Studies have proven that that is gonna be the most effective time to take HCG. But one coach had me doing 2,000 every other day. One coach had me doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I've got the same results every single time. And I've got blood work done exactly 4 months after each cycle. And my test levels have been perfectly in that natural range every single time. So for the dosaging, I don't think it's that important as long as you do get that 10,000 IUs. Now, obviously, your standards is Novadex, which helps regulate estrogen. We don't really have to go into that too much. I take 1 Novadex every morning. And Clomid. So, Clomid is a fertility drug.
Yeah, this is gonna be cool.
Is it a necessity? Absolutely not. If you want to have kids and you want to stay healthy, would I take it? Abso-fucking-lutely. Like I said, guys, during this time off, you want to get your body back to as close to natural as you came when you came out of your mother. Right when you were born, your body was lean, building machine. It was building muscles and bones and fusing things together. And you want to get as close to your natural self when you're natural as possible, because that's going to just help create a healthy environment. As healthy as this could be, this is going to help create a healthy environment. I personally right now I only do one cycle for 4 months out of the year. That means for 8 months, I'm fully natural. I don't take anything. I don't blast and cruise. We'll do a video on that one day because it was actually a really popular topic. But I don't blast, I don't cruise. In that 8 months, I do 2 blood works during that 8 months because I'm allowed to get it done every 4 months. And my levels after 8 months are perfect to a natural human walking outside. Like, you could not tell a difference. And you guys can tell from my pictures that I don't completely lose all my gains. I do this very smart, and I keep a very good mental state. And it helps a lot. The only thing that I'm doing different for this PCT, and this is actually a recommendation from an IFBB Pro, is we all know that when a gyno solidifies, it's there forever. The only way you can get rid of it is to surgically remove it. There has been a study out there that Proviron mixed with Novadex, mixed with Caber, can help drastically reduce the gyno. I'm also lucky that I only had gyno for 2 weeks before they postponed the meet, and I was able to come off everything. And that's also why I didn't taper off anything, because I wanted to make sure that I took care of this gyno before it became a bigger issue. So this prep I've been doing, or this post-cycle therapy, I've been doing Caber every 3 days at night. I've been doing 1 Novadex in the morning to help regulate estrogen. I've been doing 1 Proviron every morning with the Novadex, and I've been doing 1,000 IUs of HCG every morning fasted. It's only been about just over 10 days now. I'm feeling really good. I know I'm just about to start to hit that peak from everything that I was taking. But again, keep a good mental state. I've eased back completely on training, because when your test levels are up here, guys, and then they drop to here, why are you still training like they're up here? Like, people are like, I'm going to come off cycle and then train twice as hard so I don't lose my gains. If anything, you're actually doing yourself more harm because your body can't recover. It literally is just going to go into shock because it just doesn't know how to deal with that type of stress. My biggest recommendation for 2 to 3 weeks when you come off cycle is to almost stop training. Now, don't stop your diet, but stop training hard. Do calisthenic work. Do just different. Don't put your body through a ton of stress because it just won't be able to recover. Wait for your natural testosterone levels to start rise and then start killing it in the gym, because you still can make progress naturally, believe it or not. I made this little graph. It's pretty cute, just to make it a little more simple for you. So this is Mark. Mark is natural right now. He's been natural his whole life. He's going to take steroids, and he's going to go way up here because he took it for 12 weeks. He is stronger, he's better, he's faster, and everything. But then Mark knows for his health, he needs to come off. So he comes off, and he loses some of his strength and some of his gains. But it doesn't go back to where Mark started. He's still way ahead of where he started. Mark took about 4 months off, and Mark was really healthy, and then he decided to do steroids again, so he went even higher.
I need more.
That's how you have to look, guys. You have to look at a long-term gain. You can't just take steroids for the rest of your life. It's going to be so unhealthy. It's going to be so much money. You really need to look at the long picture and look at a goal in mind. Always keep that goal at the top of your head. And just remember, yeah, I'm going to lose a little bit of my strength and a little bit of my gains, but next time I'm going to be even bigger, stronger, faster, but I'm also going to try to stay as healthy as possible for as long as possible. Nobody knows how long we have on this earth, but if you can prolong it by a few years just by taking your health into account, then that's a beautiful thing. That's exactly what I'm doing for my PCT. That's what I found works best for me. I really hope this helped, guys. I didn't want to go into like too much science. I mean, I just want to keep this as simple and transparent as possible. And again, mindset is everything. This stuff is happening, but you just have to look at the long goal, and before you know it, with a proper high quality PCT, you'll be back up to your natural levels. You'll have your energy back. You'll have your sex drive back. Everything will be good to go. So just remember, positive mental state. And if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to message me on Instagram. I've responded to every single one of you. And again, I'm not a doctor. This is just my personal experience of what's worked best for me. Because I've gotten bad gyno and I've fixed it without surgery. I've had the worst acne in the world, which you saw from my last video, and now I go to barely breaking out anymore, and I'm still taking steroids. So it's just fine-tuning and learning your body. You have to be smart, and I'm just here trying to kick it real. So if you guys liked the video, please throw a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers. It means the world to me, and I will see you guys next Wednesday.